Hello, everybody, and welcome to LAXNAI, where we are in the finals of the U18s, where the Snake Island Muskies are going to go up against the Woodsman Junior team. These two teams have battled it out hard and long, and now it culminates into the finals, the gold medal game between these two. It's a battle of the Haudenosaunee, and we are off and running. Snake Island Muskies in the white with yellow and black trim. And here's a quick chance, a shot and save by Caius John. And as I was trying to mention for that fast break, the Woodsmen are in the black and yellow trim. Six Nations doing very proud, both these teams getting into the finals in this hotly contested matchup. Both these teams are undefeated, so let's see who's the first to break here. Since the front shot, and it looks like it was ricocheted off, and the ball will be awarded to the Muskies, and we're going to get a couple whistles here as we slow down. Thank you for joining us here on LAXNAI's YouTube channel. My name is David Bowie, bringing you the broadcast here on this beautiful final game between these two squads of the U18. Muskies with the ball. Pass to Bombery. And we're getting some whistles over here as there's an injured player for the Woodsmen. Looks like that's Randall John that's kind of hobbling a little bit, and he's getting a little help from one of his teammates back to the bench. So we'll get a stoppage here for the quick injury timeout. Let's hope he's going to be okay. We don't want him to be out of the championship game before it even starts. And as we get restarted, Evan Miller will start the attack. And now off to the far side. Muskies looking to be the first to score. Loading up is Ryden Bombery, but he loses the ball. Jackson Norton will pick up that loose ball. Off the far side. Now coming in and stopping up is Bombery, but he stepped in the crease. So the ball is going to be turned over to the Woodsman. Lucas Longboat gets his pass off to Caleb Johnson, who had a little trouble corralling it, but has control of it now. Shot of the top and score! And the Woodsmen have drawn first blood as Cam Hill Jr. starts the scoring for the Woodsmen. It's 1-0. So a goal just about 2 minutes and 12 seconds into the game. Woodsmen have struck quickly here. Remember, we're playing two 15-minute halves here at LAXNAI. These games can go by very quick, so every goal is important and essential. As John Burrows has it now. Instead, there's a bounce shot there from Ashton Nichols, but that just goes high and out of play. So we're going to stop it here. They're saying it's a tip. It was tipped. So the Snake Island will retain possession. Shot on the top, bounce shot, and saved by Caius John. Woodsman back on the attack. Here's a wide open chance. Shot on the top. Oh, and Colton Huff just couldn't quite find the back of the net. But the refs are awarding the ball here to the Woodsmen. And they'll have it in the offensive zone here on the near side boards. Long pass. Low shot. Oh, and it just goes wide there as Colton Huff tried to take another shot. And that'll go out of play, and it'll be Snake Island, a Muskies ball. Snake Island representing Aguasasne, not too far from here. The Woodsmen representing Catarones. So it's a battle of the Six Nations here for the finals. And coming in with speed is Evan Miller. Well, that's saved by Caius John. Cam Hill Jr., who had the goal earlier, the game's first, has it again on the far side. Coming with speed, takes another shot, and saved by Ty Thompson. Thompson's going to lob an outline pass, and it just misses his man, Nolan Sanderson, the intended receiver, but he has re-corralled it and has possession here for the Muskies as he waits for the rest of his cavalry to come on. Now to the far side. Back to Sanderson. River Porter, team's goal scorer, leading goal scorer, takes a shot, and that's saved by John. Porter has 5 goals this tournament. Love to add him in. Here's another chance, and he scores! Dash Adams gets his first goal of the game, and he had a wide open far side net, and he hits it home. Take a look at that replay one more time. Let's come back right to the game here as the Woodsmen are on the attack here, but the Snake Island Muskies have tied it up. Loose ball. There's a battle for it, and it's recorralled here by Snake Island in the defensive zone. Running through it now is Darius Jones. Jones now. He'll pass it off to the near side here for Sanderson. Sanderson back to Burrows. Porter. Or Lickers rather, from behind the net. From behind the back shot, it's saved by John. He got it right in the chest. But Snake Island continues to pressure offensively. Ryan Bombery with a shot, it's saved by John. He absorbs it, I think, around the shoulder area. Balls from behind the net. Things are getting physical out there, but the Woodsmen are able to come away with the ball. And now Liam LaRock will just roll it over. And the Woodsmen are trying to get themselves established offensively. On the far side for Brody Hill. Gets to the near side for LeBourne. And that ball goes way, way, way out. And we'll get an over and back. And it'll be Snake Island's ball. 1-1 the score here as we are almost halfway through this first half. Porter, he'll just lob it over to Jackson Norton. Porter actually has it. Tries to go 5-hole and saved by John. And we will have the ball awarded here to the Woodsmen, and they'll go back on offense. Taking it to the near side. Can't handle the pass with the Woodsman there. There's a shot. It's saved by Thompson, and he'll corral it up, making the relatively routine stop. Hazen Ron. He'll go off in transition. Now Lickers has it. He leads the team in points with 9. Coming into this game with 5 assists and 4 goals. Looks like there's going to be a cross-checking call here. So penalties here are 1 minute in LAXNAI. 1 minute penalties as looks like a cross-checking penalty will go on to Keon Beaver, who will sit in the sin bin for 1 minute. So a Snake Island Muskies power play is here, and let's see if they can take the lead to break this tie on this man advantage. Lickers has it. He sends it to the near side to Miller. Muskie cycling the ball, shuttering pass, and shot, and saved by John. Made a couple good saves so far in this contest. Loose ball, and there's a battle for it. It's picked up by the Muskies. Ryan Bombery with the loose ball pickup. Now it's a 2-on-0 rush. Oh no, and an untimely bench minor, too many men is going to be called here against the Snake Island Muskies, or else they could have had a 2-on-0 opportunity. They're just trying to figure out who the in-home player is who's going to serve that. The coach is discussing with the official on how that was called. It looks like Logan Dockstader will be the one to serve that bench minor penalty. And then by virtue of this, the Woodsmen are instantaneously going to go on the power play for the full minute as their penalty has subsided. So 0 for 1 for the Muskies. Shot and save by Thompson. It's a loose ball. Muskies able to pick it up. Now it'll be in the hands of Darius Jones, but he couldn't quite get a hold of it. Out is loose for the Woodsmen. Now they're back on the attack. They got another chance here on the power play. Low shot, and that just goes wide, short side, bounces off the half wall, and it'll be an over and back, and it'll be Muskies' ball. Still tied up here at 1 with just over 5.5 left to go here in the first half. Running from behind the net are the Muskies. And Evan Miller, he's on the near side. He'll get it to Lickers on the near side corner. Lickers now playing from behind the net. Dive attempt and save by John. Able to stuff that aside with his shoulders. Woodsman now into the attacking zone. There's a shot, it's saved by Thompson. Over to the Woodsmen, still have it off the rebound. Lucas Longboat able to get that. Pass back to the point. Shot. No, instead it was actually a pass, but I think it hit just below the head of the stick, which kind of ricocheted back to the point. They're still continuing their pressure, however. Brody Hill now sent to the near side. Low shot. I believe that went off a defender. It goes out of play, and it'll remain Woodsman ball with the reset clock. So give it a chance to regroup here. We are back to even strength as Brody Hill will start things off. Now to the near side. Oda check from behind. Will still keep the ball in the Woodsman's possession, but that could have been a game saver. And I would take that trade any day. Woodsman back on the attack. Low shot, bouncing shot. It goes wide on the near side and bounces up, and it's going to go into the Snake Island bench, and I believe it will be their ball as a result. Ryden Bombery coming to the far side, in with speed, passes one-timer, and score! Oh, how do you draw it up better than that? That is Nolan Sanderson. Hits the one-timer and gives Snake Island a 2-1 lead. That's going to get that bench fired up there. That was a beautiful goal. And now Snake Island has the 1-goal lead so far with just over 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Snake Island back on the attack again. Lickers. Stick handling through. He'll get it back to Darius Jones. Jones, shot. Oh, and it rings it off the crossbar. Lickers able to recover the ball. Sends it against the great shot, and oh, it just goes wide. Another chance and save by John. Loose ball picked up by the Muskies, and Darius Jones continues this offensive assault here by the Muskies. Sent to the near side. Lickers loads up. Now he comes in. Takes a shot. Oh, it's saved by John. He has made some stellar saves so far. He stops that point blank. But the Muskies back to pressure again. Broken stick. Out there on the field right now, there's one man without it. I believe that's Randall John without his stick. So he's out there just playing some body, and he's kind of grabbing on, and he's going to get a penalty for that one. As the referee's hand is up. And there's a hurt Woodsman out there as well. Looks like Gaho Shenandoah. Looks like he's down right now. But the Woodsman had to play with kind of with 4.5 men, as I believe that was the stick of one of the Woodsmen that was broken, Randall John. That was the one that kind of caused the penalty. So the officials right now are discussing, well, how they're going to assess things right now. Shenandoah is able to get to the bench off on his own feet, so that's a good sign. If I see this correctly, the officials are calling for a 3-minute major for Randall John. That's going to be a big deal here for the Snake Island Muskies, as they also have one in the box as well. That's John Burrows in the box. So Burrows will be in there for just 1 minute. And Randall John will be in there for 3. So we'll have 4 on for lacrosse. And while the Woodsmen will see the shorter end of the stick on this one, they actually will have possession of this 4-on-4. They'll have it for a minute as the referees are discussing with the timekeepers just to get the time straight here for the scoreboard, as they kind of started it but have to stop, and we have to get that restarted. And if you're just joining us here, you're joining us here on the LAXNAI YouTube channel, bringing you the gold medal game between the Snake Island Muskies and the Woodsmen of the U18 men's. Thank you so much for joining us here. And if you've been tuning into LAXNAI throughout the past course of the 3 days, thank you so much for tuning in for great lacrosse action. Love bringing the sport of lacrosse here to Utica, New York. You've heard all of our games previously commentated by Steven Stamp, our big lacrosse guru. Hope you enjoyed all the games he broadcasted throughout the week. And we are back up and running as the Woodsmen here on the attack. It's 4-on-4. Top over the shot and saved by Thompson. Rebound shot and another great save by Ty Thompson as he stretches the leg out. And now the Muskies will take over. It's still a 4-on-4. Evan Miller will start it off. Now to the near side for Lickers. Back to Miller. Miller with a shot and save by John as he shrugs his left shoulder. Here comes Brody Hill on the far side. He'll start things off. 15 seconds left on the penalty to Snake Island. Shot for the point and saved by Thompson. And that loose ball is picked up by the Muskies. And they'll come out with it. Power play is over. Now they've got 2 minutes of power play time. Stops up. Dive is attempted. Saved by John as he robs Ryan Bombery, who tried to go 5-hole. The referees are sending a cross-checking call here from that, which caused Bombery to kind of fall. And that's Randall John going back into the box. So that's going to cut the penalty time short here. So it's 4-on-3. Snake Island looking to score here on the man advantage. That pass just goes wide. Winds up, shot, and score! Caden Lickers with the power play goal. And now Snake Island is up 3-1. Take a look at the replay one more time. Now you see it in the bottom left of your screen. Winds up, and he just gets him far side in that small little crevice. Hard opening to really score on that end, but he found it. It looks like we might get a timeout here as both these benches have kind of cleared for a little bit. And the clock is just running out here, so we are at halftime. So quite the interesting turn of events we've had so far. All big penalties and some big goals here between both these two squads. But it's Snake Island enjoying a 3-1 lead over the Woodsmen. We'll be right back after this halftime break. And we are back coming out of the halftime as the Snake Island Muskies have a 3-1 lead over the Woodsmen. No shortage of excitement in this game. It has been fantastic so far. You're watching the gold medal game, first place for the U18 tournament here at the North American Invitational. And it's a Six Nations battle here between these two teams. Both of them with a 3-0 record to make it here. And the Woodsmen, they were fresh off a win over Oganawage, so they didn't have a lot of time to rest. So let's see if that's going to factor into this game. And the ball is going to be awarded here to Snake Island as we kick off the second half. And here's a chance, diving attempted, score! Oh no, they're saying no goal on that one, or the crease. So we play on. Oh, that ball just bounces into the Woodsman bench, and it will be Muskie's ball. 23 seconds left of penalty time for the Woodsmen. Let's see if the Muskies can capitalize here on the man advantage. Certainly in control right now. Evan Miller has it, and we're getting some whistles go. Oh no, and there's a bench minor penalty coming up here. It's going to be against Snake Island. So a delay of game call, or bench minor rather. So the illegal substitution call will go against the Muskies, as Brogan Lazora will serve the penalty. And now this is the Woodsman's chance to try to get themselves back into this game as they have the man advantage. Low shot loaded up, and that was easily blocked as Darius Jones takes it. Now he's coming down with speed. Jones, shot, and save by Caius John as he robs him with the right arm. Here come the Muskies, or rather the Woodsmen, back on the attack. Loads up and save by Ty Thompson. 22 seconds left of power play time. But the Woodsmen do not have possession. That's going to be the Muskies. The Muskies are just going to slow it down a little bit, knowing that they can practically kill off all of the penalty time here. It is less than the shot clock. 7 seconds left of the shot clock. They might just take one. And there's the shot, but it went off a defender. And that will run out, and it will be the Woodsman ball. And we are back to even strength. Pass couldn't be handled by Kalen Bennett. Or the Muskies still have it, but there's huge chops in a little bit of a desperation pass on his stomach. Goes back to the Woodsman from the point. Low shot, it bounces. Oh no, goal just stayed out. As Ty Thompson was able to stand strong and keep that ball out. Long outlet pass is there, low shot and score! And Ryden Bombery, the recipient of a beautiful pass, makes it 4-1 for the Muskies. Take a look here on the replay. There's that beautiful long outlet pass. Goes to Bomber and he just plants it home. 5-hole, he's having fun. Jumping against the boards, he's happy with that one. That is 4-1 Muskies over the Woodsmen. But the Woodsmen will win the face-off draw here. On the far side, now to the near side. For Beaver, shot over the top, that's saved by Thompson. As he's able to shrug his right arm. Oh, one of the referees right now are pointing at one of the coaches at the Woodsman bench, and he's telling him he's got to leave. I don't know what the conduct was exactly, but one of the coaches are being told to leave the bench. Let's see if that's going to also incur a bench minor penalty as well. Let's see what happens here as the penalty box is being opened up. The officials are speaking with the timekeepers here to see what's going on. Well, This is not the time you want to have a penalty if you're the Woodsman. And it looks like Randall John will be headed to the sin bin. It's just going to be a minor penalty. But nonetheless, this is going to hurt the team as the Muskies will have a power play here already with a 3-goal lead. They'd love to add to it for some extra insurance for that first place finish. But we'll see as they cycle the ball around here on the near side. Back to Lickers. Lickers with a shot. That goes off a defender. And the shot clock runs out. Now there's a long outlet pass. Oh, the stick was swatted away. Good defensive job there by Lickers, knocking away one of the Woodsman's stick out of those. Brody Heimland, that was the intended receiver on that pass. And the Muskies are going right back on the attack here with the man advantage. Another 16 seconds of 5-on-4. Centering pass, shot and saved by John. Able to get the left pad in there, stopping a point-blank range shot. Behind the back pass. Lickers loads up, now sends it to the near side. Now back to Lickers. One-timer and score! Ryan Bombery with capping off beautiful passing from the Snake Island Muskies, and they're leading 5-1. And that is picture-perfect passing from the Muskies. Absolutely textbook, and they are rewarded with a power play goal, 5-1. The Woodsmen have a deep hole that they need to climb out of. Let's see if they can boggle down here in the next 9 minutes of regulation. Long outlet pass is there for the Muskies. Off the bench, takes a shot. Oh, it just goes wide as Ashton Nichols just couldn't find it. But he was hit from behind, and that will keep the ball with the Muskies. Nichols trying to battle through 3 defenders, takes a shot, and it's saved. But they're calling a crease violation here, and there's going to be a penalty coming up here, as it looks like there are going to be some extracurricular activity happening between these two teams, where the referees are jumping in to stop it. Let's see what the call is going to be, as the referee's hand will remain up. And Keon Beaver is headed to the box. And untimely penalties right now are just hurting the Woodsmen, that just keeps giving possession to the Snake Island Muskies as they enjoy a 4-goal lead. So with under 8 minutes to go, not the ideal situation here for the Woodsmen. As there are 2 men in the box for the Woodsmen. As there are 2 minor penalties on there. Keon Beaver is in there. Also, another player in there as well. Nathan Lomayastawa is in there as well. So it's going to be 5-on-3. So things just keep getting worse here for the Woodsmen, as I'll have 2 1-minute minors. Snake Island, good on the power play so far. Just scored on their last one, so 5-on-3 as referees are getting things sorted out before we get restarted. Hanson Ron will have the honors to start things off. He'll send it to Lickers. Out of Bombery. Showing that cycling passing. There's a shot and save by John. He gets from underneath his left arm. Tries to throw a long outlet pass, but that was blocked. And now Dash Adams able to corral the loose ball and quickly back on the attack again. On the near side for Bombery. He has it right now. Sends it off. Oh, that pass there intended for Norton. Gets from behind him. There's a quick shot. Saved by John. And he's able to scoop it up. And he's just going to outlet pass. He's just going to throw it away, essentially, and just try to eat up as much clock as he can with it. Throwing a soft touch. 13 seconds left on the 2 minor power plays. We're on 5-on-3 right now. Let's see if the Muskies take a quick shot before the power plays end. Let's see, and now we're back to even strength. That was a big kill there for the Woodsmen. They cannot afford any more goals scored on them now. It's their time to charge, but first they got to get possession and save by John, and now they'll have possession. Turn on bid, a kind of a weak shot there, and it was easily saved by Ty Thompson. As Lomaistowal was kind of hit as he tried to take that shot, so not a lot of power in that one. Here comes Darius Jones. Now sends it to the near side. Now back to Lickers. Back to Jones, who's got it on the far side. Lickers finds his man. He gets it to Nichols, who kind of drops the ball. Now he takes a long shot. That just goes way wide, and the shot clock will run out. And that'll be Woodsman ball in the attacking zone on the far side to start. For Hill. Hill's pass, not there. It could not be corralled by Braxton Kilger. And now the Muskies will come away with it. Here comes Terrell Benedict. His pass out in front. Oh, that pass down to the right. Oh, and a huge cross check from the back. That's going to award the ball to the Snake Island Muskies. It was a slightly late hit. I don't think it was quite necessary. And it's errors like that that are going to keep the ball in the Muskies' hands. And now the ball's being given back to the Woodsmen. Just over 5 minutes left. And a 4-goal deficit here for the Woodsmen. You imagine they have to score here on this offensive possession to kind of keep up and get themselves in the game. Near side cutting through. Oh, the ball is lost as Liam LaRock couldn't quite handle it. And the Muskies back on offense. On the far side, it's Cooper Campbell. Send it back to Lickers. Lickers with a shot. It just goes wide. Far side, recovered by the Muskies. Norton with the loose ball pickup. As they'll get restarted again. Lickers. Now Campbell has it. Campbell cutting through the middle. Tries to pass from behind the net, but it is intercepted by Caius John. And the goaltender will send it off to his man, and we'll go back the other way. Just over 4 minutes left here, so you got to score on a goal per minute kind of basis here. Oh, and a hard hit there. I think to hit the face of a Woodsman. I think that was Brody Heimland that kind of took a cross check to the face. And that was Cooper Campbell that hit him. I think it could have been inadvertent, but nonetheless, he ate a cross check to the face, and he is definitely going to the sin bin for that one. It's only going to be a 1-minute minor, but this could be the break that the Woodsmen need to get themselves back in this game. There's 3:42 left, down by 4. So no less than that 1 minute per goal pace. They're going to want to score on every single possession. They've scored early in this game, but then haven't found any success since. Let's see if they can do it here with the man advantage. Oh, that pass there, not on the mark there, intended for Caleb Johnson. Johnson's trying to battle the ball, but it looks like Tyler Tipping will win that battle for the Muskies. The Muskies have been dominating the time of attack in this game. That's why they're leading. Woodsman not really able to establish themselves so much outside of that one goal that they've had. And there's going to be a delayed penalty call coming up here. It's going to be against the Woodsmen. If you saw on the bottom left of your screen, one of the Muskies players almost had his face mask off. And it's Aubrey John going to the box. So that will nullify the penalty, and we'll get 4-on-4 for 5 seconds, but that's 5 seconds of running time. So now it's a Snake Island are on the man advantage. It's an hobbling ball. It just could not be corralled by Evan Miller. And the Woodsmen will take over. They are shorthanded, but they have to do the best with what they've got right now. 2:20 left here in regulation, down by 4. They're going to have to rally hard here if they're going to want to come back in this. Let's see if they'll go down fighting as Brody Hill has it. Sends it from behind the net. Spinning around is Kalen Bennett with a shot, and that just goes wide and scooped up by Ty Thompson, who makes a long outlet pass. And it goes right in the hands of Kais Johnson. A little collision there will award the ball to the Muskies. Oh, that's going to play well in favor to them. And timeout is being called here by Snake Island. As they're going to want to talk things over and figure out how they're going to contain the Woodsmen for the next 2 minutes of game time. A 30-second per goal pace now for the Woodsmen if they want to get themselves back into this game. But it has been all Muskies so far. They've been dominating the time on attack, the possession, and it's been translating to goals. And a lot of mental errors occurring on the side of the Woodsmen have put themselves in this hole. Both these teams undefeated, so one has to crack. So far, the Snake Island Muskies looking good. Muskies have dominated the Junior Yeti. They blanked the U.S. Indoor Lacrosse and dominated the Aguasazne Outlaws. The 2 Aguasazne teams, and that's how they're here. They've only allowed 2 goals in this tournament so far before this. So if you have the 1 goal here, that's only 3 goals allowed in the tournament. Woodsmen beating the U.S. Indoor Lacrosse, the Pittsburgh Kings, and Ganawage to get here. They're not quite as fresh, though, as they had to play pretty much immediately after their game against Ganawage. And the Woodsmen will come away with it here. Back to even strength. But they have to score now. They're being triple teamed now, sends it back out to the point. Shot over the top end, saved by Ty Thompson. Muskies recover the rebound. That's going to be vital for them. They can shave off precious time. They're going to want to slow things down a little bit here as Caden Lickers has just stopped up here just on the yellow line. Ashton Nichols here on the near side, coming in on his backhand. Only has that ball stripped. And Caius John able to scoop it up. It's pass intended for Brody Hill. There's a bounce pass. Oh, and it just misses Liam LaRock. Woodsman trying to score quickly, but those passes are just not there. And the Muskies, again, just slowing it up a little bit. They were the runner-ups to last year's LAXNAI U18 men's event. This time looks like they're going to seal the deal here with 36 seconds left to go. They're moments away from being first place finishers here at the 2025 North American Invitational at LAXNAI here in Utica, New York. They're counting it down, 20 seconds left on the clock. The Muskies gain possession here. They can pretty much run it out, but the Woodsmen trying to stay and put a fight up. Centering passes there, but the shot could not get off. Muskies will have it down to the last 10 seconds. And Terrell Benedict just happy to wear out the clock. And they're going to stop here. And that will do it. The Snake Island Muskies came second last time, but not to be this time as they win it by a score of 5-1 over the Woodsmen. And the Muskies will take home the coveted LAXNAI Championship here in Utica, New York, as they win it by a score of 5-1. Very dominating performance here by the Snake Island Muskies. They have controlled this game start to finish. And a great way for them to cap off an undefeated tournament run, resulting in the gold for the Muskies. And we will have our handshakes out here. Great sportsmanship from both of these teams. And then we will have the championship presentation ceremony shortly after this. A new thing we brought into this year, we brought wrestling-style championship belts into this one, and tournament organizer Scott Neese is out there already on the floor. You can see at the top of your screen, the belt is there. It is ready to be presented. But what a battle for these two teams. But the Snake Island Muskies, with an absolute dominant performance throughout the entire tournament, only 3 goals against. And that includes 1 shutout. Brilliant job by Ty Thompson this tournament. And now the Woodsmen will receive their second place finish here as we go to center floor. There's Scott Neese there in the blue hoodie, or the brown hoodie rather. And there it is, the championship belt. Mixing up the different kinds of trophies and awards that we're giving here at LAXNAI. And here comes Caden Liggers to receive and accept it. He was the team's leading point getter in this tournament, had 9 points heading into this contest. And he'll come away with that championship belt. It looks like Ty Thompson is going to be the first to be able to touch that belt afterwards, as happy and celebrating. There's the raising of the belt as the Snake Island Muskies go perfect and earn this championship. As they're going to come in now for the team photo, the championship photo. And it's great to see that this tournament is growing and growing every year as we have more teams and more players coming into this tournament, and it keeps growing. I believe we had a roughly around 70 teams from all over who joined us here for the tournament, whether it be for the men's, the women's, or the U18 and U15s. Thank you very much to everybody who has come out to support LAXNAI, the staff, the camera crew, the production team, the organizers, everyone out here who has contributed to LAXNAI. A big thank you for making this event happen. My name is David Bowie. Thank you so much for joining us here in the finals of the U18 match, where the Snake Island Muskies are victorious and capture the championship by a score of 5-1 over the Woodsmen. Thank you so much for joining us here on LAXNAI YouTube. This is David Bowie signing off. Have yourselves a